Rider, caution.
Some kind of immobilizing field.
It's useless to struggle. I've been in this forsaken cluster for decades, surrounded by amoeba. Then you arrive, a human able to do the unthinkable. You even evaded me. Such an unlikely rival. It was almost invigorating to have one. And yet, it's a fitting end.
Is that what sad looks like? I'd give you a hug, but...
Hey, try that with me. A first, son. Your testing begins now. I will learn your secrets soon enough. Report. Await my arrival. Save your strength, human.
Sounds like Rick has got trouble.
We have her beat. Sam, what can you tell me?
I'm sensing a biological transmitter in your bloodstream now, attempting to neutralize it.
Okay, that's priority 2 for sure. Any idea how to break out of this?
The containment fields only interact with living matter. If you expire, the field around you will extinguish until manually reset. As you know, my access to your physiology allows me to enhance your vital signals when required. I can also do the opposite.
So if you shut down my life signs, if you kill me, the field will disappear?
The one holding you, yes. Then I would attempt to resuscitate.
Are there any other options?
None that I can determine.
All right, let's do it.
Ryder, you're crazy.
You better come back.
Stopping your heart. Now.
Sam!
Stimulating the cardiovascular core. Zero activity. Stimulating the cardiovascular core.
That's twice now I've come back from the dead. Can't say the experience is improving.
I believe it is preferable to the alternative.
You two look comfortable.
Down, now.
Let's find a way out of this cage, huh?
There is a maintenance corridor connecting to this room.
Okay, must be a way to access it. I'll look for it.
Could be useful intel here. Might want to poke around while we can.
Step away from there!
Where are you from?
A different galaxy. We call it the Milky Way.
Why did you come here?
Archon, do you
We're
hear
settlers.
me? Now you
Just
have 2
looking for a place
Pathfinders
to
to
live.
deal with, and we're not impressed with your security.
Where's your invasion force?
We're not invaders. Please, who are you people? We don't mean any harm. Wait! Ah!
Reka, come in. What's going on?
A little diversion. Captain Hager and Venro need time to set up the EMP. I'll be in touch.
Are we sure she isn't part Krogan?
Curious. But one lie, and that can be broken.
You won't break something you can still use.
Clever prattle. Everything serves.
Before, maybe. But now, when I talk, you'll listen.
Tell me what you know of Meridian. Is that why you're here?
Meridian? I've never heard of it. We just got here. It was a long trip and...
Again, tell me of Meridian.
I just explained. I don't know what that is.
Then what use are you?
What do you... Oh!
Dissect this specimen as you will. I'm told this specimen lays claim to a title.
Among my people, I'm known as Moshai.
Here you are nothing.
I am your enemy.
You serve a use, that is all. It's why you still live. You will tell me what you know, or you will suffer. The reports are true. Strangers have arrived on our borders. Specimens we've never seen. We captured a lone vessel. The occupants claim they come from another galaxy. Milky Way, they call it. A great opportunity lies before us. A treasure of fresh specimens. Genetics shaped by forces outside our galaxy. This could be quite the prize.
That appears to be a hatchway. It may lead to the maintenance corridor.
Just have to get it open.
These Turians possess a useful exoskeleton. On harsh worlds, it could prove advantageous. More intriguing, there is discipline about them, adherence to militaristic order, an effective trait for instilling obedience. Additional specimens will be required for study. Most useful in these Solarians are their cognitive abilities. Their thought processes occur much faster than in the others. There is a cleverness about them, a cunning which could be leveraged. More work is needed to isolate the genetic markers. There is no shortage of specimens to choose from. The ones they call Asari, their reproduction is a mixture of biology, thought, and memories. They take what they need from a species, as they should. Reproduction cannot be left to chance. The superior race dominates. Yet these Asari pretend otherwise, a melding they call it, embracing eternity. Biology has no use for poetry. In the end, their biotic traits may prove the most useful. Among the new specimens, the human is the most perplexing. They possess an emotional range which often exceeds the others. Their unpredictable nature marks them as dangerous, but if the root of their passions could be isolated, we must identify a champion among them and capture it for further study. The Krogan are a brutish race, which could be useful. Redundant organs and a savage temperament, made to kill. Even the other specimens fear them. A deliberate genetic fault was introduced to limit the Krogan population. But I wonder, without this defect, they could be unstoppable.
There. Maybe that opened the hatchway. Here we go. This way. This'll be fun.
You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Is this kind of evil universal? First the Milky Way, now here?
One thing I know for sure, evil bleeds. Let's make sure it hurts, too.
What was that?
We're not alone in here.
I'm really starting to hate those things.
Why was it in here?
What happened to him?
Dead Solarian must have escaped into these ducts, and then...
They sent that animal in here to find him. Poor guy.
This is Reka. Some of our people are still alive. I'm headed there now. Captain Hazer, what's your status?
The EMP is primed and ready.
We're almost to the Archon's chamber. Stand by.
Looks like a Krogan.
Not anymore, it isn't. Must be one of my missing scouts. I can't tell which one.
The DNA is Krogan, but drastically altered. It's clear the Cat are closing in on successfully exalting the species.
I'm beginning to hate these guys.
Get in line.
Well, here we are.
Captain Hager, this is Ryder. We've reached the Archon's sanctum.
Give the word and we'll set off the EMP. Should disable the guns.
Got it. Alright guys, we're looking for a remnant relic. Map of Meridian.
Why does he care so much about the remnant anyway? It's an obsession.
That's the question, isn't it? And we need to beat him to the answer.
The Archon has done extensive testing to this artifact, damaging it in the process. It is no longer useful.
The Archon's gonna be pissed if we pull this off.
He needs to be stopped. What we've seen on this ship, it would be genocide for the whole cluster.
This object serves no useful purpose. It is the remnant equivalent of junk.
The Archon is whistling in the dark on this stuff.
Pathfinder, this is the relic the Moshai described. It does seem to be a map. I'll overlay the chart we uncovered in the vault on EOS.
Look at that.
It's Meridian.
Coordinates secured, Pathfinder.
So that's what you're after. There's more to Meridian than you know. Changing the weather is a fraction of its power, and I will not allow you to defile it.
You didn't allow me to escape your little trap either, did you?
That wasn't you. It was the artificial intelligence in your head. I've seen what transpired in the laboratory, and now I know what makes you special. Meridian is mine. I've tolerated you long enough. Once your vessels are destroyed, you'll be stranded here.
Captain, fire the EMP!
Done.
What was that? Oh, shit.
Rack, anything you can do?
Krogan, stand down!
I don't think he understands!
Krogan, listen to me!
Forget it, it's not working!
Damn!
This guy's going to be trouble!
Stay out of the way and give him everything you've got!
These are my people I'm messing with!
Ryder, this is Captain Hager. He detonated the EMP.
Yeah, we know!
Rita is still trying to free the captives.
I wish her luck, but I can't talk right now!
You sound busy. I'll let you go.
I don't like how this is going! We got him! The Krogan's down! Sorry, Drac. Had to do it.
Let's hope the Void will have him.
Pathfinder, there is little time to waste. You need to leave this ship. Pathfinder, a moment. I'm picking up Krogan life signs on board the ship. Several captives are being held not far from your location. They are scheduled for exaltation.
Damn, go be the rest of my missing scouts.
Sam, do we have time to get there before the Ket restore power?
If you act quickly,
Ryder, it's Reika. I'm pinned down. Don't think I'm gonna make it.
Where are you?
Near holding cells where they're keeping several of my people. They're still alive. I ordered Captain Hager back to the Ark.
You should be with him.
I couldn't leave my people. I had to try. And now, I think it's over. From one Pathfinder to another, farewell. Reika out.
Damn it!
there isn't time to save both. Once the Ket restore power, you'll be trapped.
Ryder, my scouts.
Reload. We're going after Reika. Drac, I'm sorry.
Pathfinder, you came.
Reika, we couldn't just leave you here.
Thank you. My people are at the end of the tunnel. It's capped the whole way.
Then we push ahead and don't stop for anything.
Including Krogan.
Drac?
Don't worry, I'll shoot whatever needs shooting.
Let's go.
Moving in!
We have to punch through!
Tell them that!
It's that or die!
Tempest, this is Ryder. Do you copy?
I hear you, Pathfinder.
We have the map and we're trying to rescue some prisoners.
Those kit guns won't stay offline forever.
I know. Just tell us if anything changes.
You'll be the first to know. Callow out.
Go! Go!
This is gonna be a tough one.
We're fresh meat! They love to cut us open!
The hell they will!
Call that aiming, Solarian. Maybe try to hit a few.
I'm too busy protecting your flank!
Pathfinder, that ship is trying to reset the power.
Oh, crap.
They'll have the guns back in no time.
Copy that. You hear that, everyone?
Shooting as fast as I can.
We did it! That was the last of them!
Let's get them out of there.
Open the door!
Can you run?
Pathfinder, the Kett are close to restoring the ship's power.
Tempest, we're going topside. Track for extraction.
Understood.
Ryder, thank you.
Save it for when we're safe. Let's move! Move!
Ryder, now! We've got to go!
A team will escort the Ark back to the Nexus. I'm sure they'll be happy to see you.
Thank you again, Ryder. But I owe you an apology. I made a mistake.
Oh?
I shouldn't have called you to say goodbye. The choice you had to make. I put too much on your shoulders.
Since we're being honest, that was a hell of a position to be put in.
I'm sorry. As Pathfinders, we have to serve our own people, but also the greater good. It's a difficult job.
Though you made a tough choice yourself, bailing us out in the gun battery. How about we call it even?
I appreciate that. Whatever the case, the Solarian people are forever in your debt.
Earn this.
We will.
Drac.
Wasn't enough to save the whole Archon. Had to grab a few more Solarians on the way out.
Drac, it's...
Complicated, except it's not. Leaving my scouts behind was worse than killing them outright. And you're not the one who has to explain it to the rest of the clan.
It was a difficult choice, Ryder, but you won an important victory. The Archon has been dealt a blow. Your father would be proud.
It's been tough, trying to fill his shoes. I hope I'm finally starting to earn it. Though slapping the Archon in the face like this will only make him more dangerous.
Or perhaps reckless. Your father liked putting others off balance. He said the worthy would rise above it, and learn to face adversity ably.
And the unworthy?
Would crumble. I'll leave you to your thoughts.
With reverence, Archon, this fascination with Meridian cannot continue.
It's the key to our future, Primus. The human knows nothing of its true power.
Even we don't fully understand it. Our orders are to exalt this cluster, not study the remnant. Questions are being asked about your judgment. Questions that come from the highest levels.
The answers will be clear soon enough. With Meridian, we can transform every world in this cluster to a wasteland. Either the subjects submit to exaltation, or we will use it to annihilate them. This Pathfinder has opened the door. Now we must be the first to cross the threshold. We must seize Meridian before it does. Like all lesser creatures, it mistakes a battle for the war. It doesn't know its weakness. Or its potential.
The Archon saw my memory flashes? He got that from my implant?
His device went deep. Our connections were wide open when Sam... killed you.
They'll know how much we need Meridian. We have to warn the Nexus. We have to move.
Pathfinder, Bradley says Prodromos is back on track. That road car threat made me angry as hell, but it also kind of made me feel like a local. I've arranged a thing, on EOS, for everyone. It's time I gave back, not just go from crisis to crisis. Sam has the nav points, dress light.
Hey,
you're 2 for 2.
What do you mean?
2 times face-to-face with the Archon. 2 times you spit in said face. Figuratively speaking, of course.
We were nose to nose this time. Some spit might have hit the mark.
That's a two-way street, Ryder. Ugh. Bastard's trying to exalt us all, huh? That's what all this is about?
Could be.
Typically I like high-stakes games, but I'd rather be sitting at the kiddie table this time.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Liam's idea about watching vids together.
Movie night? He delayed again, out of respect for the Krogan.
Good. From what I've seen, your vids are flat. They're only seen and heard. Angara vids use tiny electrodermal signals. You feel it through your skin. I spoke to Gil. We have time to rig up a system to mimic it, if we can acquire the right components.
That sounds amazing. Let's do it.
The components we need should be sold on Aya. Let's be vigilant. Ryder, what a victory. Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
A victory feels good, and there's more to come.
You have a good team here, Ryder.
Yeah, seems to be working out okay.
If you'd like, I can provide crew training about embracing emotions.
Oh. Okay, I'll think about that.
Okay, let me know.
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
You realize that even if I do find it, it's gonna cost you.
And you know I'm always true to my word, so just get it done. I'm hearing that Ket activity's down. I bet the Archon's still nursing his wounds. That means he can be beaten. The Ket can be beaten. People are waking up to that.
Didn't sound like you were discussing Ket over comms when I walked in, though.
Wasn't. I have a friend keeping a lookout for a lamp. One brought from home, but stolen in the revolt.
I didn't think you were so sentimental.
I'm not the only one. Suvi has her father's antique instruments, Cora her Asari prayer book, and Liam has the junk that Liam collects. These things are important. They remind us where we came from.
I know what you mean. I never want to forget what I left behind.
Even as we look forward to the future. Yes.
So what's so special about this lamp?
It's awful. It's got a butt-naked Asari for the stand, and she's holding a moon.
One of your prized possessions is a really ugly lamp?
The foreman at my first job had this lamp. When he was mean, I'd focus on it so he wouldn't see me upset. Now I keep it so I remember where I started. Most of my life was doing stuff to survive, taking shit from assholes, or being one. I don't have to do that anymore. I can start over. Something honest.
Honest work? Vetra, you'd be an awful farmer.
Yeah? You don't know that. Point is, I could be anything. For a while, I didn't care that I'd lost the lamp. Everything was a mess, and it just didn't matter. But we've made progress, Ryder. Small things matter again. People are daring to dream.
It's nice seeing you like this.
I know. I like being able to let go and do something for myself for once. Let's hope this is just the start, huh?
Hey, little guy.
You better watch the capacitors or he'll end up extra crispy.
Move your arm again?
Readings won't change, Doc.
Your prosthetics are syncing properly. Your neuropathy-induced pain levels are consistent.
Hey, I'm used to it. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. You keep fighting smart, you hear me? You don't have much left in terms of organ redundancies.
Nah, it's fine. I don't mind.
Everything okay? This looks like a lot.
It is a lot. Just nothing he didn't already know about.
What do you mean?
He's fine, just old and missing too many parts. And too stubborn for his own good.
You love me just the way I am, Doc.
Don't get off that table until the scan is done.
Can I ask what happened?
Arm, side, hip, part of my leg. Strain balancing threading across my spine. It's all prosthetics and implants.
That's a lot.
Made it through the Krogan rebellions. Watched my culture disintegrate. Survived centuries as a merc. And all sorts of pirate shenanigans. 1,000 years of combat experience. All it took was one idiot with a pack of frag grenades.
It must have been hard.
Yeah, it got pretty bad. I hit some dark moments. Implant rejection after implant rejection. Prosthetics not syncing properly. Everything hurt. A lot. All the time. No purpose to anything.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. I fell right into that pit. Almost. But then some shaman shows up, drops the tiniest little baby girl in my lap. This one's dying, he said. Not worth the trouble, he says. Useless is what he meant.
That's awful.
It's practical, Krogan. Gave me a purpose again. Wasn't just about me anymore, so I got help. Learned how to take care of myself, take care of her. And she took care of me.
You found a way to live again.
We sure did. Wasn't easy on either of us. I'm old, stuck in my ways, and Cash has wanted to change everything since she could talk. Raising Cash taught me an important lesson.
And you're going to tell me all about it, aren't you?
Damn right I am. Parents aren't meant to be a goal, or a finish line. We're the starting line. Where you go from there, it's all you. Remember that.
Yes?
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
I hope the Solarians find their place on the Nexus.
came to Andromeda because we had a contribution to make. The Ket won't take that away.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
Sure, what do you need?
I kept thinking about Sarissa and my not being a Pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Now is not a good time to be talking to me, Pathfinder.
Drac, listen.
Why? Your actions told me everything I need to know. Now walk away and give me time to calm down before I do something we'll both regret.
I'm sorry. I'm just... sorry.
Go.
Hey, PB.
Hold that thought. Sit tight. I'll be right back. Hello. Don't worry. I'm not springing anything terrible on you. Actually, you be the judge. I'm just going to come out with it. I want you, Ryder. More than friends, more than lovers. I want strings. All the strings. If you don't want the same thing, I know how uncomfortable it would be to say it to my face. So, at the beep, just let me know. Do you want to be with me? For real? Either way, join me in the meeting room, huh? Beep. So, the reason I wanted to talk to you all...
Uh-oh. Did you mutiny and jettison, Ryder?
No such luck. He just showed up.
She did ambush me, but I survived.
No harm, no foul, huh? I just want to say, whether you all know it or not, I've had one foot out the door since I got here. And, well, that's gonna stop. I'm proud and happy to be part of this team. This... family. That's really it.
Okay.
About time you caught up, kid.
Yeah, you're one of us, whether you like it or not.
Well, great. So, my place is an utter mess. Who wants to help me clean it up?
Think I left the stove on.
I'm making ice.
It's an Angaran holiday.
Reports don't file themselves.
Helping Liam make ice.
But...
PB, I want to be with you. Only you.
A real victory. Our Ark back at the Nexus. I'd almost given up hope.
I find things, Callow. My job description's only one word.
It's horrible to think of Solarians in Ket hands, but at least our Pathfinder made it. Thank you, Ryder. I mean it truly. If you ever need a favor, just ask.
Are you and Gil still managing to get along?
It's cordial, so far. He takes approaches I'd never think of. And having all our statistics memorized saves time. We'll see. Though he insists our two FBA couplings are better than T7's, can you imagine?
You know, I really can't. I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
I need a break. Do you need a break? Let's go for a break. Care for some tea, Ryder?
I'd love a cup.
It's a cultivar originating in Sumatra. My own personal stash. Once I run out, that'll be it for Earth tea. I keep having these thoughts. I'm never gonna taste this again. I'm never gonna see that again.
You're not the only one, Subi. I have those senseless thoughts all the damn time.
And? Do they bother you?
It's natural. You'd have to be made of stone not to miss home sometimes.
The universe is like a giant tapestry. I love following its threads, but it distracts me from the whole picture. My family was right there, but I was too occupied by the abstract to appreciate them.
From everything you've told me, you're here because of your family. Your love of science, doesn't that come from them? Aren't you with them every time you chase down a new discovery?
Ryder, that's beautiful.
My mother made the implant in my head, and my father created the AI that uses it. I haven't lost them either.
Thank you, Ryder.
Hello, Scott. Your choice aboard the Solarian Ark was not an easy one. Your father approached such moral quandaries differently.
Seems like everybody has an opinion on who I left behind. Even you.
I share your actions. I do not judge them. Alec treated death as a problem to be solved. I have now encountered it several times. His death, and your own.
And what have you learned about dying from us?
The self is forged by experiences. Death is the only experience that ends the self before it's understood. So, is death completion? Or an expression cut short before it reaches its full solution, giving a different answer? I can see why it fascinates you.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why is it so hard to find a good steak?
I don't know, Sam.
Because it's a rare, medium, well done.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Hakeem, Kerry's producer. Got a sec? Hakeem, Kerry's producer. I'm the one making you look stunning for the documentary. Unfortunately, Kerry was making the initiative sound too good for some colonists. They believed the hype, so when actual danger bit them in the arse, they blamed her. I can't get her to leave her apartment. Can you try talking to her? I'd hate for all her work to go to waste. Kerry's got a space on the Commons. Even a hello might help.
Please report any suspicious activity to the nearest security representative. Residents are still waiting.
Carrie?
Ryder? Are they gone?
There's no one here but me.
They mobbed me. Colonists. They said my documentary made Helios sound too safe. I painted that rosy picture, then all the wolves out there chewed them up.
You're safe with me. You can come out.
Will you make all those threatening messages disappear? What about the bottle someone threw at me?
So do what you do best. Grab your camera and show everyone what's happening.
Like it's that easy. Although, we have been missing a counterpoint to... Damn you, Ryder. Maybe things will settle down. I'll let you know.
At my age, family is more important than new experiences.
Showdown on Kadar. Rivals vie for power. Nakmor more to triumphs after a challenge for her title as Krogan Overlord. Following their exile from the Nexus, Jorgal Strux claimed he was the rightful Krogan leader in Helios. But Morta retained her title, defeating Strux in open combat in front of a roaring crowd on Eladon. This is HNS. All personnel be advised. Arc Marchero confirms docking procedures complete. Solarian colonists are incoming. Arc Marchero advises that power consumption is nominal. Arc Marchero advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding.
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Of course you approve. Ryder saved your people.
Ryder saved our people. It doesn't matter if they were Solarians. They were citizens of the Initiative.
But it doesn't hurt if there's a few less Krogan around, does it?
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were discussing how things ended with the Archon.
Kesh, it's true I had to leave some Krogan behind. I'm sorry about that.
You've already done your part for us. That's more than I can say for others.
Yet I have to question what we gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
This is how we beat them. The Archon doesn't know how to bring Meridian online. He can't control the technology. I can.
Vaults, maybe. We don't know if Meridian works the same way. And attacking the Ket, only to find out you're wrong?
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I'm grateful, Ryder, but I can't support your plan.
Then I will.
And so will I.
I agree.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answered to me. I hope you understand.
What's the matter, Tan? Don't want anyone else overshadowing you?
It's not called the Pathfinder Initiative. The chain of command has to be respected. That is all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way. Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later, in the tech lab.
Sarah.
You lied to me. You said Dad was alive. Why?
You were in a coma. I couldn't bring myself to tell you, Sarah. Not like that.
But the truth was never going to change. He was always going to be dead.
I know. But at least I'd be here when you woke up to hear it.
It's down to us. First Mom, then Dad.
We'll get through it. We always have.
They said you're the Pathfinder?
Dad's idea.
From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
The Pathfinder, that's who. Time to rest up. That's an order, Specialist Ryder.
Yes, sir. Pathfinder, sir. Oh, who are we kidding? I saw you eat your own boogers when you were 6.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Rix. We have some ideas about Meridian. Come by the tech lab as soon as possible.
Will do.
Hey.
You're probably wondering how things have been going.
Yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe, too?
Well, the big vote is tomorrow, and I'm here to make sure every comatose patient has their say. Vote Ryder.
Ha ha. So what have you really been up to?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Wow. That all?
Nope. There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
You should know. Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what it all means. I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I've been wondering.
First planet we landed on. There was an atmosphere processor. It was malfunctioning. Dad managed to power it down. Saved us all. But there was an accident. My helmet broke. I couldn't breathe. And then Dad gave me his.
He sacrificed himself.
It was hard to tell with Dad. He could be so distant. I guess he loved us more than we knew.
All those times I yelled at him growing up.
You and me both. This is a better way to remember him.
Yeah.
What do you remember about how they met?
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth. She was a scientist working on biotic implants. He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. And failing. But she thought it was charming and struck up a conversation. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had to ask him out.
Our dad, the ladies' man.
Then he went off to fight the First Contact War. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer, helping people cope by designing implants. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from EZO exposure.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Giant space city filled with every kind of alien you could imagine. I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. It was no fair because they could float. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second. I looked around for her. Then I remembered.
Dad talked about her before we left on our first mission.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't the same after she was gone.
At least they're together now. Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay. We could still be on Earth for all I know. But yeah, before we went into stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least, the idea of it.
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a special exoarchaeology unit, fully funded and sanctioned by the Alliance. My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts and learn whatever we could from them. If things hadn't gone sour, it would have been a great life.
What was wrong with how things really were?
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure I'll ever fill the hole she left. And Dad, it hurt him more than he let on. Plus his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying to save her, and maybe the Initiative looked the other way, but the Alliance didn't. After they discharged him, whenever people found out I was his daughter, doors slammed in my face. Being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
It won't be much longer.
At least take some pictures of Meridian for me. I can pretend I was there.
A major scandal surfaces implicating Nexus brass. HNS has learned Nexus leaders quietly armed a group of outlaws calling themselves the Three Sabers. The group was contracted to fight for the Initiative, but went rogue and turned their weapons on supply vessels and even Angara. Initiative Director Jaren Tan has denied all requests for comment. This is HNS.
More important than you experience.
Ryder, good to see you. We've been working with Dr. Aradana and her team on the problem of getting to Meridian.
We think we have the answer.
I'm listening.
It's plans for new technology we've designated Ghost Storm.
When you approach Meridian, our own ships can broadcast fake returns for the Tempest.
The Ket won't know which one is real. It will confuse their sensors and draw their ships off.
It could buy you some time.
I can work with that, just enough to give us an advantage.
The rest is up to you.
I can handle it, though it means going against the Initiative. We're alone here. You didn't hear that.
Hear what? We've been collating gamma charts all day.
A risk comes with the job. Part of being a Pathfinder. Sure, if they'd pay us once in a while.
Not likely after this.
You'll need to research the Ghost Storm technology first. Then we'll meet you at Meridian.
Good luck.
Largely because Ket technology appears mimetic, taking designs from different sources to improve their own. It is a familiar pattern. Observe, conquer, incorporate.
How many have they incorporated? How much of Andromeda's life has been suffocated or lost?
I cannot speculate, Professor. We should anticipate the Ket learning from and incorporating initiative technology as well.
Pathfinder?
Convicted murderer Ilkin Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by
Ryder, could we talk a moment?
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Ah, there you are. I was wondering, when you found the Solarian Ark, was anything strange, out of place?
You mean besides the exalted Krogan, the relics, and getting jabbed in the neck? Why are you asking?
Because a few hours ago, we received this.
Hello, Ryder. I don't think the Solarian Ark was captured by chance. If you want to know more, meet me at these coordinates.
That's all. Do you think it's some sort of hoax?
There are plenty of weirdos that enjoy messing with a Pathfinder.
That's what I thought. I'll leave those coordinates in the nav computer, in case you want to give this mysterious someone a piece of your mind.
The Ghost Storm technology has been fully researched, Pathfinder.
Excellent. We're ready to make our push on Meridian then. I'll call a meeting immediately.
Hey, kid.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
couldn't digest it without heavy processing. Cellular lysis would be hugely inefficient.
Are you still trying to figure out how to eat Helios flora?
Oh, shoot. I was talking out loud again, wasn't I?
Offered to put me on the transfer list.
Knackmore more to triumphs after a challenge for her title as Krogan Overlord. Following their exile from the Nexus, Jorgal Strux claimed he was the rightful Krogan leader in Helios. But Morta retained her title, defeating Strux in open combat in front of a roaring crowd on Eladon. This is HNS.
To go to Aya. Pathfinder, I hear the Angaran planet Aya is a paradise. We finally found a lush world. When do we start moving in?
These things take time. There's not much room on Aya, and we're still proving ourselves to them. But we need to find lush planets of our own. For all of us.
True. But hey, at least now we know one exists, right? I know you'll do it. Keep up the good work, Pathfinder.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it Jien Garson said? The code word is Fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you. And it's heaven. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
But we'll keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right,
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam,
Yes, Pathfinder?
track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Sam, transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
Sam, this is the best news I've heard in a long time.
It is indeed cause for optimism, although Alec did not want to raise hopes prematurely. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name, Elizabeth Riley.
So this was Dad's plan?
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Now we know what G.N. Garson meant, that something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reaper's return was imminent.
But why was G.N. Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good, but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the Benefactor?
Unknown.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
Your father's personal logs.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. And so was our mysterious Benefactor.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Further instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save us.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, this is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... well, something terrible happened there. At least the benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now. I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Top scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS.
This is no good.
There you are. What's going on? Well, here's the pod you told me to find. What's so important about Elizabeth Riley?
If you could have one person back in your life, who would it be?
Mom? No question there. Wait a minute. Elizabeth Riley? The initials. E.R. Are you saying?
I saw Dad's last memory. E.R. is Ellen Ryder. He brought her along. Sarah, it's Mom.
Oh my god. How is this possible?
Dad loved her that much. He wouldn't give up. Not even at the bitter end.
For a man not given to rash action, his emotion drove his decisions in the end.
This is amazing. Dad's stubborn streak finally paid off. I could hug him. And then scream at him. He should have told us about this.
Dad was being Dad. I'm just glad she's still with us.
We have to wake her up.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
I guess you're right. We don't want to mess around with that.
Your father understood this would take time.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Waking her up will be fun. Surprise, Mom, you're still alive. Dad put you on ice.
And, oh, almost forgot. You're in Andromeda now.
An unusual way to greet your mother, but I will defer to you. My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
Hang in there, Mom. We missed you.
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS. Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
you